Details, precision. Obviously we've been working hard on that, and then new quarterback elements. Tough things to overcome, and so it was almost, charging so hard uphill. It's tough to judge anything there. I mean, obviously we didn't get anything done there, but hard to tell if we're making any progress.
So when you talk about that 2 steps forward,
Yeah.
1 step back, I mean, is that almost are they maybe most emblematic of that idea, or
the passing game? Yeah, I mean, and I think it's kind of everywhere. I mean, I really do. I mean, I think we're making some progress, but we're probably behind as far as anywhere in the pass game, and then it's really hard to gauge anything off that last game because of those 2 things we just spoke about.
How's Siler been this week?
Been good. He's been good. I mean, I think Siler's made steady progress, really all season long. Last game he played in, I think the 2 turnovers were really, really hard on us, but I do think he did some good things, and so, he's very focused, working really hard in practice, and we'll see if it translates on Saturday.
Attitude-wise, does he have that kind of even keel that you look for at that position, or what's your read on him now?
Yeah, that's kind of his, it's kind of his personality. It's kind of how he approaches everything. He's been really steady throughout the year in terms of his preparation. Spends a lot of time in the film room on his own and getting some things done.
I know you've talked about the things that you need out of your quarterback in terms of accuracy, making good decisions, whatnot. But has his arm strength been a factor in terms of trying to, if he's not seeing what he needs to see right away, he doesn't have that strength to just maybe rifle it in there when he needs to?
I think this. I don't think there's been many times that all the passes that he's thrown that we said, oh, that's an arm strength problem. I mean, I always think arm strength is a bonus, is a luxury, all those things. But I think if a guy is a great decision maker and an accurate thrower, all that takes care of itself.
But in terms of anticipation, throwing into windows, things like that,
yeah,
is that tough?
That's all decision making. I mean, you watch the NFL guys; that ball is out. And so the NFL's, margin for error is this. Ours is a little bit bigger, so it always comes back to that decision anticipation. We're kind of saying the same thing.
But status updates of anybody, like the running backs in particular?
Everybody's rolling. Trevor Walker, he does have an ACL, so that's a hard one. You feel bad for a guy that's worked so hard. He's really, really done a nice job of preparing. He's very professional about how he goes about it, and so we won't have him the rest of the season.
Do you have surgery, or
Not yet. He will though.
So do you expect LeVon and Dwayne to play, or just be available, or
All that.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey, in the course of a game, what determines for you whether you slow down your tempo offensively?
I think for the most part, we try to have some tempo, and there's some different things built in. I don't think it's something that we talk about out exactly what it is. Not because of you guys, because of the guys we play. So there's different things that we try to slow it down with.
Is that kind of what you're talking about with if you're not being as efficient? Is it tough on the defense, and do you ever want to try to give them a little bit more of a break in that way?
It can be. I mean, that's certainly a factor. Although our defense has played well, and so we got to do what we got to do to score points.
I know you guys break it down to the nth degree,
Yeah.
but is there a bit of correlation to success when you go tempo?
I think we're probably in more of a rhythm. You guys probably feel a little more comfortable when we are doing some of that stuff. I mean, to do that, it means you're having some success and getting some first downs. So it's kind of, goes hand in hand.
And is it even maybe more important when you're running the ball, when you're trying to establish the run?
I think you can get into it. I think any tempo team would tell you that if you can run the ball and you're getting first downs and you're into a rhythm, it makes it a lot easier to have a little tempo.
Any chance Dexter gets back this week? Or?
Dexter is day to day. Yeah.
And I apologize for being late, but did you give an update on Siler and just how has he looked this week?
Yeah, he's been fine. He's been working hard, taking a lot of reps. It's kind of business as usual. For the most part, it was business as usual for him last week. He just didn't take a lot of reps in practice. His preparation has been the same for the last couple of weeks.
And then just after 6 games with him, do you have a comfort level as to what he likes to do out there and just what he can do?
I think we're getting there. I mean, we need to, I think it comes back to, I think there's a lot of things that can operate. I think we're continually working on decision-making, getting the ball out quickly, accurate throwing. And I think when those things tighten up, we'll have a better chance of moving the football.
And is there a update with Trevor Walker as well?
Yeah, he's going to have surgery as an ACL.
Do you have an idea as to who would be? I mean, who would come in as the backup?
Well, we got all, the same crew. Brandon Beaver's back there, and Kevin, and some of the corners work back there. I'm forgetting somebody else back there, but we got a few guys that are still in rotation back there.
Yeah. And as far as the backup quarterback, who would come in?
Yeah, I think we're kind of still at the same spot. I think both those guys, Jeff and Troy, got some reps, and I think probably Troy probably get another crack at it. Like I said, he had some pretty tough elements to deal with, and to get a really good evaluation off that was a little bit hard.
How did Troy feel about that game coming out of it?
I think Troy felt. I think he felt like we all did. We all felt pretty bad about it. But I think he did a good job of coming right back to work and being focused. And one thing we never want our guys to do, no matter how it goes, is to mope around and feel sorry for ourselves. Anybody. It's hard. We put a lot into this stuff. When it doesn't go right, that's human nature. But I think he's done a good job of coming right back to work.
You guys want to treat everything the same, but is this maybe a good time to go on the road and kind of and us versus them and try to get off the shine a little bit?
We don't even really go there. We're just trying to take care of ourselves and trying to get better at practice, and then show up and shore up the next set of details.
So no idea, no road dog mentality or any of that kind of thing.
Hey, we haven't played well enough to be king of the hills by any stretch. So it's always that. It's always got to play from our best football with a chip on our shoulder. And if we can do that, we'll have a fighting chance. If we don't, not much of a chance.
You guys getting a little healthier at running back, does that push Shaq back to defense more?
We kind of figure out where we best think we can use him and move him around. He's an interesting dilemma because there's so many different places he can help us, and we're always trying to figure that out. But he's kind of available all over the board.
Is he best if he focuses on one side, or do you feel comfortable with them going back and forth?
I think we feel comfortable with him going back and forth. I think anyone's best if you just give him one thing, but I do think we feel comfortable with him moving him around.
Good.